Alright, hi guys. Today we're going to talk about lesson 7-7 in our student math journals, which I know you guys didn't bring home with you, but I've uploaded a copy of the math journal pages to your Google Classroom. So go ahead and either print out pages 245 and 246, or you can go ahead and get a piece of scrap paper and you can just copy down what it is and hold on to that. So go ahead and pause me while you go ahead and get that stuff settled. Okay, so we're going to do number 1 together as an example. So we're going to talk about breaking down division number stories, and we're going to start with this first problem. So Margaret and her friend have 2 summer job offers. A job babysitting is for 8 hours each week. So let's go ahead and highlight babysitting is 8 hours each week. With Margaret and her friend both working this job, they would earn $208 each week. A summer camp job is for 7 hours each week. So summer camp job, 7 hours each week. And together they would earn $210 each week. So, which job pays more per hour for each girl? How much more per hour? So there's some really important language we want to pay attention to in here, because it talks about how it's not just Margaret making $208, it's Margaret and her friend making $208 each week. Same with the summer camp job. Together, they would be earning $210 each. So it's asking which job would pay more per hour for each girl in the final question. So you're going to have to pay attention to your answer and make sure that you're figuring out how much it's going to be for each girl and not for them total. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our estimate. So we're going to start by looking at the babysitting job, which we'll just call B. So I'm going to take that babysitting job and I'm going to round what they're going to make together. So together they're going to make $208. I'm going to round that to $200. My handwriting in this is beautiful, I know. And I'm going to divide that by the 2 girls, since that's what they're going to make together. So that's going to get us $100 for each girl for each week. I really love writing with computer. So then we are going to figure out how much they'd be making each hour. So I'm going to take that 100 and divide that by the 8 hours each, but since we're rounding, I'm going to make it 10 hours each since it's just an estimate. We know 100 divided by 10 is going to be $10. So $10 an hour. So babysitting, that bugs me too much, is $10 an hour per girl, so per hour. So that's our estimate. Next, we're going to figure out the summer camp job. So we could just call that S. And the total they'd make for that would be $210 each. So once again, we can round that to 200 to make it easy. Or you could leave it at 210. You know, estimating can go either way like that. And that job is for 7 hours a week. So once again, that would round to 10, which is going to get us the same answer. So summer camp is going to be the same thing. So what does that tell us when our estimates are the same? That tells us that our answer is going to be pretty close. So we know that these two jobs are going to be, when we find our final answer, these two jobs are going to be pretty close in pay to each other because the estimates are close. So now we're going to do the actual math. So we're going to do the same steps that we did for the estimate, except using the real numbers this time. So I'm going to start with babysitting. And I'm going to take the $208 and divide that by 2. Oh, we're just gonna get rid of the money sign for now. I'm gonna save that for the answer. And 208 divided by 2, we know is going to get us 104. So we know that each of them individually is going to make $104 each week. So now we have to figure out what that's going to be with the 8 hours. So 104 divided by 8. And that is going to get us $13 an hour. All right, so same thing. We're going to do that now with summer camp. And summer camp, they're getting paid $210 combined, so we have to figure out what each of them make individually. And that's going to get us $205. And then we're going to take $105, divide that by the 7 hours that they're working. So we're taking that money that they're finding individually and we're then dividing it by the amount of hours that they're working each week. So that's showing us what they're making hourly. And that's going to get us to $15 an hour. By the end of this, I'll hopefully get better at writing on the computer. So the summer camp job, I'm just going to write SC, pays more per hour. It pays $2 more per hour because 15 minus 13 is 2. And the equation for the letter with the unknown, we can just take this, what we did here. So you have 2 equations here. And you can write that there. Or you could write it as, oh, we almost made it through a whole lesson without a dog barking. 210 divided by 2 and then you divide that again by 7 equals 15. So you would put all that together, and then you would subtract it from, or by what we did here. It's the same thing. $208 divided by by 2 divided by 8. Oh my gosh. Equals 13. When you subtract them together, that gets you $2 more per hour. So the big thing that you have to realize here is that you just have to show the two equations that you used to get the $2, because that's what the final question was asking, was how much more it pays per hour. So that's what that was asking for. So what I want you to do now is I want you to do numbers 2 through 4 on your own. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and add it in the comments, or have your parents send me an email, or you can send me an email and we can set up a Zoom time to meet and talk about them more. If I have a few of you guys reach out, I might set up a time for a group time, but just let me know. Go ahead and try to do those on your own though. All right, see you later.